Good day everyone, I'm Cadet Chongson Darnell from BSMT S4 Delta. Today, I'll be discussing to you about the Exxon Valdez accident. But before I start my discussion, let me introduce first what is Exxon Valdez. Exxon Valdez is a very large crude carrier oil tanker. The Exxon Valdez was the largest US oil tanker of its time, with a length of 300 meters and a capacity of 1.48 million barrels of crude oil. I will show you a short clip video about Exxon Valdez accident.
The new year in Alaska opened with unusually cold and harsh weather, even by wintertime standards in the 49th state. In the early morning hours of Good Friday, March 24, 1989, U.S. Coast Guard vessel traffic controllers in Valdez received a radio call.
Yeah, it's Valdez, touched up on the ground. Evidently, we get some oil.
Ultimately, the Exxon Valdez would leak 11.2 million gallons into the waters of Prince William Sound. Word of the accident spread across the state and throughout the lower 48. In Seattle, the Hazardous Materials Response Branch of NOAA was notified early that first morning. Over the next few weeks, NOAA Hazmat provided critical support for the response, detailing where the oil was and using computer models to predict where it would go. On the ground, NOAA team members helped to document initial oiling conditions on the beaches of Prince William Sound, as resources were mobilized for what would become the largest oil spill cleanup in history.
The Exxon Valdez oil spill was a man-made disaster that occurred when Exxon Valdez, an oil tanker owned by the Exxon Shipping Company, spilled 11 million gallons of crude oil into Alaska's Prince William Sound on March 24, 1989. In the evening of March 23, 1989, Exxon Valdez left the port of Valdez, bound for Long Beach, California with 53 million gallons of bay crude oil on board. Based on the investigator, learned that Joseph Hazelwood, the captain of Exxon Valdez, had been drinking at that time and had allowed unlicensed third mate to steer the massive ship. According to reports, before handing over the ship's control to the third mate, Captain Hazelwood had apparently altered the vessel course to avoid icebergs. The third mate unfortunately failed to maneuver the vessel properly and the vessel left the shipping lane to end up colliding with a reef, simply due to broken radar. In fact, the radar was not working more than years before the oil spill accident. The impact of the collision tore open the ship's hull, causing some 11 million gallons of crude oil to spill into the water. Because of that accident, Exxon paid about $2 billion in cleanup costs and $1.8 billion for habitat restoration and personal damage related to the spill. That's all for my report. Thank you for listening.